Let's go ahead and start this thing off right. Let's go start this thing off really quickly too. Let's get off into this situation right now because this was a situation where this was predictable. This was really predictable from what the Cleveland Browns did today. And today, I'm having a real tough time with the apologist. So bear with me. I'm having a very tough time with the apologists because there's about I would say a 60% of our fan base right now that already predetermined what they was going to write in their little comments being apologists about what the Cleveland Browns do. You know how they are. They're called the calm down patrol. See, the calm down patrol, they get out here and they want to act like they're smarter than everybody because they can say, calm down, don't panic. But they can't tell you why exactly they feel that way. Because I get it. I understand. Calm down, G. Bush. It's going to be okay. Calm down, patrol is here. No need to have a knee-jerk reaction about none of this stuff. I'm going to give you the same disclaimer I give you every freaking week. Every week. I'm going to give it to you straight. I'm going to give it to you based on what I see, and I'm going to give it to you based on what I know. And I'm going to tell you this like I tell everybody else out there. You may laugh and joke and think G. Bush is out here playing around with people because I laugh and joke with y'all. But let's be clear. When I put my football knowledge against anybody in this game, I put it down against anybody in this city. So let's not act like I don't know what I'm talking about. I've dedicated half of my life to playing the game of football, studying the game of football, and I got people on speed dial that I could call up right now and be like, am I right on this? Hey, Joe Thomas, am I cool on this? Hey, Mike Dawson, am I right what the safety is supposed to be doing over here? Hey, Bernie, am I right? I don't name drop all the time, but a lot of y'all novice guys gonna have to fall back. If you ain't tackled nobody, if you ain't watching the all 22, if you ain't cross-referencing what you talking about, get off my timeline talking about, oh, that's a knee-jerk reaction. Oh, you need to be doing this. Oh, no. You need to take a seat and possibly listen to what I'm telling you because my track record is impeccable. Sometimes you guys, it's a timeout it's a timeout for being humble all the time. Just because I joke, don't let these jokes fool you. I will talk circles around you. Stephen A. Smith can't come on my show, tell me nothing about no football. You can't tell me what we do in the trenches. See, sometimes y'all, because I let you live over there, don't get it twisted. Because I let you get your money off. Don't believe I'm up here like I don't know what I'm talking about. And a lot of y'all those that got comfortable up in here, just because I let you have an opinion, don't mean you could get buried too. And I had to put that out there like this. I told y'all from Jump Street what be popping off in these streets. See, our country got a problem. It's called the consequences of inaction. Global warming, let's just say it don't exist. Ain't no global warming. It's cold today. It's no global warming. Climate change don't exist. What you doing with Social Security? Oh, let's punt it down the road. Inaction. What you doing at the border? Inaction. What you doing about gun control in this country? What you doing about people that inaction? What you doing about inflation? Inaction. What are you doing about our schools? Inaction. Everything that we do in this country is inaction. And you people actually sit up here and think that you're smart because you say, calm down. Don't have a knee-jerk reaction. You're the same people that sit around when a housing crisis was happening and you saw the tea leaves of the housing crisis happening. What did you do? You did nothing. So don't tell me as I sit up here and diagnose these plays for you and tell you exactly what the Cleveland Browns are going to do as a Fortune 500 company and tell me that you think you're smarter than me just because your answer to everything in life is don't do nothing. That's your answer? How'd that work for you? That's your answer to everything? Oh, we don't got to worry about that. We'll worry about our kids, worry about that. That's the problem what we're doing right now. And when you take a look at the Cleveland Browns, it's a bunch of people on the internet talking about, well, did you want Kevin Stefanski? He schemed it up correctly, but it's P.J. Walker's fault. Whose fault is P.J. Walker being on the team? PJ Walker, let's not get it twisted. I'm not killing PJ Walker. I thought he had some good throws today. I thought he did some good things today. But my problem is situational football. And when I talk about situational football, a lot of y'all don't understand situational football because you never played football. Oh, I'm sorry, I can't say that. Maybe I'm ruffling a few feathers. Don't tell me about situational football if you ain't been in a situation. I can't tell the SEAL Team 6 or no military person what it's like to be in that foxhole. I can't do it. I got to take your word for it. I can't tell nobody for NASA about what it feel like to put that rocket into space. I got to take your word for it. But a lot of y'all cats think that y'all watch football and y'all play fantasy football, that all of a matter you an expert. You ain't won no fantasy league. How you going to tell me what we talking about? These games are winnable games. And the problem is, you people think that just because the Browns hired Kevin Stefanski, that means he's the most qualified to do it. You're sheep. You follow this man for 4 years in a row and you say something about him. Oh, it's a knee-jerk reaction. No, I told you last year, go rewind my stuff. Go rewind all my stuff. I said, it's cool, Kevin. You want to get rid of Odell Beckham Jr.? Good. Get him out of here. You want to get rid of Baker Mayfield? Good. Peace out. If you want to get rid of Jarvis Landry, hallelujah, holla back, Jarvis. But I told you, you got the opportunity to go get Deshaun Watson. You picked your quarterback. You punted last year. You didn't get receivers. You didn't get D tackles. You thought we were dumb, and now we're here in this season. And the reason you won't put Deshaun Watson on IR is because why? You want him to save your job? I told you what it was. Ask yourself this question, boys and girls out there. It don't take a rocket science. It don't take it. It just doesn't. You can't complain and put the game on PJ Walker and say, well, what did you expect? PJ Walker's an XFL guy. We're lucky to be 4-3. See, that's the problem with you. How you winning anything and you sitting there and talk about we lucky to be 4-3? You make excuses for these cats every year. I get it. I understand. I came up with something called the Kool-Aid Mafia. But at the end of the day, you got to put responsibility on somebody. Kevin Stefanski today had an opportunity to take his team to 5-2. I want a coach that will claw, fight, steal, punch, whatever it needs to do to be 5-2. Not be happy you 4-3. No matter who's at quarterback. And too many of y'all is too comfortable with 4-3 because you're not winning something. I don't want you on the team. You people got excommunicated when we played. We don't want nobody who thinks 1-5 is cool. And until people start having this type of energy, you're never going to win anything. Because they pull the wool over your eyes and expect you to follow them down. Oh, yeah, this is the type of energy when you start laughing and joking at Hugh Jackson because he said, if we go 0-16, I'm going to jump in the lake. We should have had this type of energy then. I'm not going back. And when you got PJ Walker, who's playing a football game, and your running game is kicking ass and taking names, and you decide that you want to be cute, you want to be a hero, you want to be the point of emphasis. We don't come to see you, Kevin Stefanski. We come to see the Cleveland Browns. And so we would gladly accept if you stop taking the football out of our great running backs' hands and the offensive lines that's busting their tails and handing them a ball. And this is how Jimmy Haslam should be talking to him. You third down. You got third down to get 3 or 4 yards. And you know you got a backup quarterback who was on the practice squad. And you drop him back and throw him footballs. You did it with Nick Chubb. You did it with Kareem Hunt. You still do it. It's arrogance. Tired of it, bro. I'm tired of it. And I'm not going to sit back here and rub his shoulders. It's okay. We did okay. Citizenship awards. How many times y'all going, listen, you know how many family members we didn't have die while we've been waiting for the Browns to be good? But you'd rather rub the coach's shoulders than hold their feet accountable. If you want to go to the Muni lot and drink your beers and have fun and chill out, well, do that. We'll leave the rest of us real cats that's trying to win alone when we talking about the game. I'm tired of it. He been here 4 years doing the same stuff. And I don't care about no clicks. I don't care about none of that. I told you I ain't going to no, I'm not going to no parties. I'm not trying to go national. They never gonna have me. You think I'm on 5 days a week now? I don't care. I keep it a buck. And the reason I talk this spicy is because, you know how frustrating it is to know what's gonna happen before it happened? And you know people are gonna be apologists afterwards? What? Come on. I got people telling me that's been in the gaming industry. Well, you know PJ Walker wasn't no good. What did you expect? More than you. Y'all live your life talking about what did you expect? Do you really live that way? The Cleveland Browns had a game on that field that they could have won. It was there. You remember me read you what Kareem Hunt said? Kareem Hunt, on getting a chance to run the ball on 3rd and 3. I didn't get a chance for the whole 4th quarter, so it's cool. I don't know. I just go and play my role. I feel like I could have helped us win. Hunt's final touch came at 3:36 in the 3rd quarter. Got Kareem Hunt running his tail off. You had offensive linemen coming off the ball, smacking people in the face. We got a guy up here with a TI-83 and a sheet that want to be known as Andy Reid. You're never going to be Andy Reid. And this is why I advocate this. The Cleveland Browns don't make no playoffs this year. I ain't telling. Listen, I encourage all those players up front to get the hell out of Dodge. If I was Myles Garrett, I wouldn't look twice. Because you people sit up in here and you on the coach's tail more than you is one of the best NFL players in this game. That's one of the most dominant defensive ends. I got media members talking about why you at OTAs. Why don't you shut up and understand that man is a dog? Got these dudes up in here. I don't know if you think the Browns gonna give you a job. I ain't looking for a job. Game after game after game after game after year after year after year. Guys like Joe Bitonio is going under the knife, coming right back playing. And you don't even give that man an opportunity to affect the game on the field? You don't take the ball out of people's hands that's rocking. People telling me about Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson is a distraction that you're trying to force on people. The game was on Kevin Stefanski today. So all you people running around here talking about $230 million, you ask Kevin Stefanski how much he earned a game because he stole it today. Talking about you use Deshaun Watson as a distraction for what you want to talk about. Everybody got to play their part. I'm tired of it. This good old boy network. Don't say nothing about the coach. The coach gets to stay for 40 years. I heard the same thing when it came to Baker. Same thing. He handled that situation wrong. He made mistake after mistake after mistake. And don't act like I'm not saying that he didn't have some good stuff happening. But when this game it comes down to this, when it comes down to this amount, an inch or two, one play call, one snap, a tip ball cost you to win or a loss. And all the smart guys, well, to put that on Kevin Stefanski because he didn't make the throw. Guess what? I told you last week when I was on the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show, I said it's unacceptable that you got a quarterback and you could go out and get another quarterback. You could get a veteran. You could trade for somebody, but they do nothing. Inaction. Because they think we're stupid. Same thing I talk about the Guardians. You telling me how great the Guardians organization is because they refuse to spend money, but then say they're doing great. If they would have had the money to spend, they'd be good. You think I'm dumb? You're the one not spending the money. Don't tell me about why it ain't Kevin Stefanski's job when he should be pounding that concrete. Give me somebody. Give me a trade. Give me a free agent. Let's trade somebody. Let's make something up. But you squandered it. You traded your backup quarterback, your regular quarterback is injured, and now you got a rookie and a journeyman out there. And guess what? Half of y'all is excited that you're 4-3. Good. So what? Great. Good job. You're 4-3. You can wear your jersey without Pittsburgh laughing at you. I'm trying to be Super Bowl champs, not 4-3. I don't care who's at quarterback. Everybody's energy level better be up, ready to get to the top of the pinnacle. And you wonder why, when you talking about, you should be worried about holding them accountable or whether people identify what you do in Cleveland. He understands us. He gets us. No, you should tell your coach, you better run the doggone ball. You're worried about the wrong thing. And guess what? I don't care. Some of y'all might not like it. Who cares? Who cares? You could go to Twitter. It's 90,000 other dudes that'll warm your shoulders up that don't know what the hell they talking about, ain't never put their hand in the dirt, ain't never been emotional about nothing, and ain't never won nothing. Unbelievable. Want more for yourself, people. Want more. Want more. It's okay. Do you want the ball in the hands of P.J. Walker or Kareem Hunt? Do you want the ball in the onus of the hands of the offensive line or P.J. Walker? Do you want to run the ball at least, and even if you get stopped, you can always punt the ball. Pin them deep. Your punter has been playing great. Your kicking game is great. The defense was lights out in the second half. Do you not trust your people? Do you not trust the people that's putting the work in, Kevin? Because your actions say you don't. Your actions say you trust in your play calling more than anything you know and love. Because even when we had Nick Chubb, you still wouldn't do it. You still wouldn't believe in a run game. You still wouldn't go at it. You wouldn't beat people over the head with Nick Chubb. You still wouldn't. So what is it? Do you want to be successful or do you want to be Bill Walsh? You want to win games or you want to rub shoulders in the offseason with McVay? Because I'm confused. No quarterback, no competent coach is going to put the game in the hands of a journeyman backup and say, make a direct read on 5 wide when the game is on the line. Play complimentary football. Kick it away. Pin them deep. You got one of the greatest pass rushers in the game, in the world on your team, and you give them a short field by turning the football over. And anybody that's sitting up here saying, oh, well, listen, it wasn't his fault because he actually didn't throw the football. It was actually P.J. Walker. Don't talk to me because you don't know what you're talking about at all. Confused, completely confused. I digress. I'm going to go to y'all because look, man. A lot of people say, well, the Chief Bush, you just went off for, we're at least 4-3. Listen, man, every single game count. Every single second, every single rep, every single play, every single moment. When you read in your playbook, all of that counts. So for everybody that was willing to concede a loss because they was unwilling to go get another quarterback or even talk about upgrading the quarterback position, that's on Andrew Berry. And they still sit here to this day. And everybody that I put feelers out to the community, out and about, guess what? I put that out there. Is they making a move? Hey, is they making a move? Hey, you heard anything about the Browns? Hey, you think they making a move? Hey, look, you hear nothing. Zero. because they're comfortable. They plan on using the Deshaun Watson injury as a scapegoat, win, lose, or draw for the entire year. You know how I know? Because they used Joe Woods last year and refused to get rid of him when he counted. You know how I know? Because they refused to get defensive tackles even though they had the money. You know how I know? Because they got receivers. Come on. They do the same thing. They flip it up and they look at you. And the first thing we're going to hear in this offseason is about why it ain't their fault. Kevin Stefanski went through adversity. He didn't even have his quarterback. He didn't have this. He didn't have that. He didn't have this. He didn't have. Stop it. I've seen it all before. It's the same story. Let's get to y'all. I'm done talking. I want to see what y'all talking about. I'm done. What we got? It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. I'm going to see what y'all got, man. Let me take this down. Because I'm going to just let y'all get y'all's conversation on, too. What do you want to talk about? Because to me, I can sit here and we could go through the diagnosis and diagnostics of this whole game. But it still doesn't do anything because the Cleveland Browns is a team that loves inaction. They won't make any choices. They just won't. They won't make leadership choices. Let's get back to it. I want to see what y'all talking about. Hit the like button. It's like 500 people in here. Hit the like. This ain't for everybody. This might not be for you. This is the real show. If you want to get that other work, there's a lot of other shows that over there that's making excuses for the Browns right now, including Kevin Stefanski. Let's talk of it. Supreme Scotch. We have an owner who has attention set on the Milwaukee Bucks. Facts. Let's talk about it. A GM who won't sign or trade for a quarterback and a coach who trusts his XFL quarterback like a 10-year starter by putting him in the game in his hands. It's facts. Keep talking about that. You keep putting money in them. Hey, listen. Hey, Jimmy Haslam, I don't want to hear nothing about, here's a case of situation. You around there going to get Damian Lillard. You run around here doing everything you can for the Milwaukee Bucks, but we got XFL quarterbacks starting for us? Unacceptable. Just so sad. And he did run the ball when the screenplays was working. He should have done that until they stopped it. Terrible call on third down, simple. Hey, listen, I'm sorry, bro. Yeah, you don't need that. You don't need this work. Listen, you might need your shoulders warmed. There's places over there where you could get warmed up for free and people could tell you all kind of good stuff about your life that ain't true. This ain't for everybody. What else is he supposed to do? Kevin Stefanski go out there and throw the ball himself? He has to trust him. No, he does not. This is the point, Mr. Buckeye. He does not. It's 3rd and 3. Who has Kevin Stefanski seen that could get the job done? Your punting is not bad. It's 3rd and 3. Run it. If you miss it, guess what? The clock still runs, and you punt it, pin them deep, put the onus on your defense to drive 90 yards. What are you talking about? Your coach doesn't have a responsibility to have him playing 5 wide, throwing the ball downfield. That's not to his strengths and abilities. That's his job as a play caller. You can't that's like saying, you know what? I'm going to let my 12-year-old drive. And then when the cops pull him over, you sitting in the passenger seat saying, I don't know what was going on. Hey, I told him not to go over the speed limit. How you lose control? And they're like, sir, he's 12. Why would you put a 12-year-old behind a car, a sports car? What? Get to these super chats. Nicole D. Kevin needs to be a leader and take full blame for this loss. He's calling 3rd and 3 cost us a win. It's unexcusable. Nicole, appreciate the super chat. Thank you for your support. Let's keep it pushing. Let's get to these other super chats too. Let me see. Hey, man, Ramona Pilger, I appreciate you, man. Romanos, I appreciate you. Kevin Stefanski, got to go. His play calling is bad. I mean, it's tough. By the way, I'm just letting y'all know. If I'm saying this now, what do you think players in the locker room talking about? Hey, look, see, look. Hey, listen, we talk about a lot of different things. Everybody knows that Social Security is running out. I ain't getting it. Maybe your pension look better than mine. I'm just telling you the inaction of leadership. I'm not talking about specifics in politics. My point is, when you're a leader, you got to make decisive actions when it counts. Stop kicking the can down the road and make the decision. That's a problem of it too. And I ain't got no problem calling politicians out. I don't care where you're from. I really don't like politicians on any side of the aisle. That's another reason something's wrong with our country. We let them skate like ain't nothing happened. We put a lot of people that's supposedly be in authority, we don't say nothing to them. But you getting paid to do a job. Do it. Make a decision. Come on now. Let's keep it pushing. Listen, this is accountability over here. This podcast is about accountability. And if you don't want to hear bad things about the team that you root for, that's not the place to be. Because guess what? I root for them just as hard as you do. Come on now. Come on, man. Come on, man. It's time out for that, man. What's the name? Patrol is doing too much. The calm down patrol. Oh, the no knee-jerk reaction. Don't get all, man, stop. If somebody would have been acting like this, maybe we get the plays we wanted. James, Stefanski suffers from a congealed mixture of hubris and arrogance, which demands his removal this week. Military, he is a strategic failure. Hey, look. Thank you. You're telling the truth. The post-game shows on the radio are a joke. Listen. Look, there's this thing that happens. You know what I'm saying? There's this thing that happens when you get into the game and they look at you. Oh, you don't want to criticize that person, because if you criticize that person, what happens if there's an open position? What, you're not going to get the sponsor. And boy, it's a problem with this game, bro. Problem with what's going on here. Tim Wright Jr., every time we lose, you go for it. No, actually, every time you win, I'm on Kevin fairly. When he won the 2 games that he won, I said, you need to do something about this quarterback position. Bro, nobody else wants to coach here. If that's the problem. That's like being in a relationship with a person that cheats on you, is emotionally abusive, and you say, I'm going to stay with you because nobody else wants to be with me. What? If we didn't pursue Watson and had Baker, we would be undefeated right now. So let me ask you this, Tim. Whose decision was that to go after Watson? Whose decision was it to get rid of Baker? See, what you don't understand is he made all of those decisions. The front office made all of those decisions. I said it last year. If you want to get rid of Baker, fine. But next year, it's on you. Now you want him to somehow skate on accountability? What do you want? Dude, you're not always right. I ain't trying to be always right, Tim. But you tell me where I was wrong. He cost you a game today. You said that they'd be good with Baker. He's the one got rid of Baker. So where instead of you putting the responsibility on me for sitting here calling it out, are you going to put the responsibility on him for actually inaction, not doing what we're supposed to do, and not getting done? I'm just asking. Sometimes you got to get pushed back on. I appreciate your super chat. G amazes me that he outcoaches himself every game mostly, and some people that are Browns fans are cool with being mediocre. They are. It's called being a fan. I get it. That's why I always tell people, hey, if you kind of stumbled across the channel and you're just a guy that just wants to, hey, I want to go, hey, if you want to, tomorrow, this is what your thesis is at the water cooler. Yeah, but, PJ Walker, he's mediocre. Like, Deshaun isn't going to play this year anyway, so the Browns are not going to really be in it. I'm just glad they didn't get blown out. If that's your thesis, this is not the channel for you, because you're going to hear some things that make you feel like I'm talking to you. Sorry. I mean, if your thesis is, I thought he played pretty good. Stefanski played pretty good. Had a couple plays, won it back. I'm cut from a different place. I'm the person who used to have to deal with the consequences of playing football games and losing. There's people that literally bust their tails to go out here and play, and they don't minimize that. Sorry. Shirt flavor. Gee, you're going too far with some of your takes. Wait till you watch your replay. What is there a replay about? No. I didn't go far enough with some of my takes. My take is Kevin Stefanski cost his team. He should be running the football in certain downs and distances. He should not be running 5 wide when you have a quarterback that is not able to make those reads in a concise point in time. What is there to talk about? There's no takes. At the end of the day, there are people who are going to call it like it is, and there's going to be people that are going to say, all right, well, we'll go to next week. If you're the next week guy, that's fine. Keep it pushing. I don't understand when we win, it's Stefanski. When we lose, the players don't perform. The problem is, Wood Dog MTG, is if you're a coach and you understand that your players are not capable of making those plays, why would you call plays for those players to then expose themselves? When DTR was playing and you did not get him prepared and you had him out there in 5 wide, it's his first game. Why would you do that against the Ravens? Do you actually, it was DTR's fault that he didn't tell himself that he was going to play before 10:30 on Sunday. And it was DTR's fault that he had him throwing the ball 40 times against the Baltimore Ravens. You tell me, people. You tell me. Sheesh. Chris K, agree. G. Bush, as someone who spent years and years with my hand in the dirt in the D-line, it makes me sick to see Kevin and Andrew waste team talent like they are. Listen, I'm just going to tell you what I tell. Listen, sometimes y'all don't want to hear this. I done heard from people in the locker room. I'm just letting you know. If you guys don't make the playoffs, people are going to be upset. Daryl, what's up, man? I appreciate it. Stefanski has been making the same mistakes for 3 years. The refusal to run the football, the refusal to relinquish play calling. He's going to go down swinging with that, Daryl. He's not giving it up. Fame Gretzky, what's up, bro? You cooking, bro. Chef Boy RG, man, I see it. Let's get back up here, man. We got a couple more super chats, man. Donald L, appreciate the super chat. G. Bush, what would the temperature be in the room next week if the Arizona Cardinals beats us and Dobbs? Oh, listen. Ooh, that's going to be hard. Look, they can't lose to them. They can't. Listen, they cannot lose to them. I'm not saying that they are. They cannot. That is not what they should be doing. CZ, do you think there are any positives in this game? That's the part that hurts the most, CZ. I thought for the most part, there were times in there that Kevin Stefanski was calling good plays. I love the read option game with PJ Walker. I like the fact that the inside zone was working. I thought the offensive line was coming off the football. I love the fact that Kareem Hunt, I like a strong, Pierre Strong. I like him. He's a one-cut running back. Boom, upfield. Love it. I thought Kareem Hunt should have been touching the ball more. I think the Browns was on the verge of having them dudes quit. You saw Bobby Wagner and Pete Carroll looking around for explanations like, what the heck's going on? What do we need to do? And that's what's so frustrating. And I'm trying to explain to y'all that's the frustrating part about it. I'm not sitting here telling you Kevin Stefanski is the worst person in the history of mankind. What I'm saying is his situational football is costing us. The Browns are so talented that they are competing with PJ Walker. All we need to do is play to our strengths. And it just goes to show you these games, the Browns kicked the Seahawks' tail for the majority of this game besides the first quarter. All they had to do, capitalize on the third downs, lean on the run game, play complementary football. And the Browns is here, sitting here right now, as we speak, 5-2 with an opportunity at home against a backup quarterback again and be 6-2. And sometimes when you squander that hurts. That hurts bad, man. Hey, Amoka Oka says they should have kept feeding Njoku. Another great part of the game was, I love the fact that they had the screen game going. Screen game was crazy. Screen game was diverse. You saw it in Njoku. You saw it to Pierre Strong. You saw it to Kareem Hunt. Listen, all of that was dope. I love the screen game. I was asking for Myles Garrett to get involved in the game. I was looking for Myles Garrett. Where Myles Garrett at? And then he gave me the sack. He gave me the sack to put it away. He was ready to go. We got the turnovers. Got 2 turnovers. Maurice Hurst with one of the best turnovers I've seen from the defensive lineman ever. I was over here looking and like, oh my goodness. For every guy that put their hand on the dirt, that's a D lineman, we was emotional because how great of a play that was. We was happy. Like this, that was our firstborn's steps. Like, dang, that's a crazy play. Man, there was a lot of great stuff in there, man. But it just goes to show you when you playing high risk, high reward, and that's what football is, high risk, high reward. You know, when you playing when you in NASCAR or you in Indy 500, you a screw, a bolt, a nail, a flat tire away from crashing into the wall. Multi-million-dollar piece of equipment. You got to put that money back into it. Race is over. All that hard work that you put in the week, all the preparation, that's gone if one thing goes wrong. That's the high pressure game that we're talking about. You know what I mean? That's part of it. Laura Lee says, hey, G. Bush, shout out to you speaking the truth. Did you see DeAndre Hopkins today with the rookie Will Levis in his first start? But Browns fans say they don't need him and they don't doesn't fit. Shaking my head. You know, you bring up a great point, Lee. And it's just hard sometimes because we hold on to certain things deep in our heart and we just keep it. Like, if you think about this, man, these guys could be in here helping us win games. And the problem that I have a lot of times with our fan base is even when we get bona fide playmakers, the first thing that we say is we don't need them. It's crazy. It's crazy. When anytime you talk about upgrading the team, we don't need it. We better off without them. We got so-and-so already. It's crazy to me. It's almost like it's a natural progression. It's almost a matter of time before they get here and they start playing. Where they asked Deshaun Watson a question. They asked Deshaun Watson a question yesterday or a couple days ago. They asked the man, did he even want to be in Cleveland? If that ain't the most, like really. And a lot of times, here's the thing, man. And a lot of times, let me keep it real with y'all. A lot of these dudes that's in the journalism, a lot of these dudes that's writing articles, they hide behind the fact that they can say, well, the fans want to know that. People been asking me to ask. No, they haven't. You just want to ask a question. Just keep it clear. Let's be honest with yourself. Who think Deshaun doesn't want to be here? It baffles me, man. It just does. And if you do the number, Odell didn't want to be here, and then Jarvis didn't want to be here. They questioned if Miles wanted to be here. The LeBron James didn't want to be here. Donovan Mitchell don't want to be here. Like, think about it. Every person with a name do not want to be here. Why? Why is that? Wood Dog MTG says wins is like money. If you let them go broke, the team leadership hurting this team. I won on FanDuel today. Would give that 330 back for the Browns win today. I want to celebrate a Lombardi trophy. That's it. And think about it. Everybody here would see. That's the thing too. And I think part of this game is it'd be a lot of virtue signaling around. Just because you're critical of what the Cleveland Browns do today does not mean somebody has a monopoly over what a fan is. A fan is not a person that always says positive things, right? A troll is a person, not a person who says negative things. At the end of the day, it's 600, 500, 600 people in here right now. We all probably got to go to work tomorrow. We got school. We doing a bunch of stuff. You might have to get your kids ready. You might have to fix lunches. You might still need to do a little bit of casework before you go back to the office. All of us are sitting in here after a Browns loss, and it's almost 10 o'clock Eastern because we have passion for the Cleveland Browns. So nobody has a monopoly on the Cleveland Browns' passion. We all passionate in our own way. Some of y'all might think, well, listen, I don't want to fire the coach. And guess what? I don't want to fire the coach today because guess what that do? Nothing. What are you going to do? Firing Kevin Stefanski today ain't going to do nothing for me. But hopefully what I'm saying resonates and makes some sort of sense. At some point, Kevin, you got to – coaches say they trust their teammates. Please trust the guys you got, man. And they'll make plays for you, bro. You know what I'm saying? They'll make plays for you. I'd rather hand that ball off and that ball is behind Joe Bitonio, who I think is a Hall of Famer that's walking, Wyatt Teller, who's been a dog for us, Ethan Poach's up front. I would rather turn around and hand the ball over three dudes with Kareem Hunt and say, "Give me a yard." I would. Give me 3 yards. Give me 3. And y'all been killing on those super chats, man. I appreciate you, man. We'll read this one. Like bro called you in the post game, G Bush 94. Loud Goofy hyping up Josh Dobbs. Some dude threw 2 who said anything about Josh Dobbs? Your name says stop the cap. You should stop it because I never said anything about Josh Dobbs. 2 interceptions and 2 sacks and lost to a leading team 1-7. You don't know what you're talking about. Who said? Can somebody tell me? Did I say anything about Josh Dobbs today? I could have swore I told. Listen, critical thinking, my man. And you call names all you want, bro. Goofy G Bush 91. That's cool. You call names all you want, bro. That's all right. That it is what it is. My face is on my stuff. You got a letter. So when I stand behind what I say. You can see my face, you see what I put my joints out. At the end of the day, I stand on what I stand on. But you talk about Josh Dobbs, nobody said that. What program you listening to? That's what you got out of this? Critical thinking, my man. Understand? Hey, Carrie Smeal, I appreciate you too. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you so much. We wonder why we get out coached by better coaches in the league. The answer is really quite simple. Bradley Bruins, thank you so much for the super chat as well. After cut, preach, G Bush, Kool-Aid Mafia in the building. You know what it is. G Bush, keeping it real as always. Running backs average 3.9 today. You know. All right, we'll see you. Hey. $4.99. Listen, if you pay $4.99 every single time, you can call me G Bush Goofy 91. Being loud and ain't saying nothing. Hey, people saw. Listen, what did I say? Listen, my joint's hidden. Look, come on, bro. Let's see. J.I. Jert says, can we talk about how he trusts his backup quarterback more than the top 10, right? Ooh, there it is. That's it. You got to ask yourself, because I didn't say it, Kareem Hunt said it. So don't ask me. Like, I didn't say it. I'm just getting it from Twitter. I'm just getting it from Twitter. Let's see. Where we go? I just want to get to him. I just want to figure it out a little bit. Just go ahead and throw that out there. Kareem Hunt said this on Twitter on not getting a chance to run the ball on 3rd and late. Now this, hey, by the way, my man, this has nothing to do with Josh Dobbs. See, if you don't quote me right. This is Kareem Hunt saying why he didn't get the ball and why he throwing the rock on 3rd down. Kareem Hunt on not getting a chance to run the ball on 3rd and 3. I didn't get a chance the whole 4th quarter, so it's cool. I don't know. I just go and play my role. I feel like I could have helped us win. Kareem Hunt's final touch of the game came at 3:36 in the 3rd quarter. Now, you could deflect and say that was a tweet about Josh Dobbs, but that wouldn't be correct. I'm just letting you know. Just letting you know. Doo-doo-doo. G, you truly the people's champs. You say what we want, what we want to hear as fans. Hey, I appreciate you so much for that, man. LOL, so much heart to heart didn't bring us nothing but average play. Play calling is terrible. Y'all tripping. Stefanski would actually be killing it with adequate quarterback play. See, this is the thing that I've been trying to say. So here's the thing, Frank. This is 2 arguments you can't have. So I'm going to throw this to you guys. I'm going to throw this to you guys. Kevin Stefanski is the head coach of the Cleveland Browns. If he does not have adequate quarterback play, whose fault is that? Frank, are you making the Cleveland Browns keep PJ Walker? It's not me. It's not the chat. If Andrew Berry and Kevin Stefanski are in charge of personnel, play calling, and who starts, if they have a quarterback there that's playing, that they're paying, it is because they want him to be there. The Cleveland Browns have a trade deadline coming up on Tuesday. They could, what? Trade for a quarterback, sign another quarterback, pay an extra quarterback, extra money to come here. They could do lots of things to get another quarterback. So my point is, circular argument is, if you are in control of who's at quarterback and how you call the plays, you cannot say that he's not getting competent quarterback play when he's not actively going to go get another quarterback to fix the problem. You can't use that as an excuse. It's the equivalent of me being sick. I am sick. My wife is trying to take care of me. But I keep saying, when she says, go to the hospital and get some medicine, I say no. I keep telling her no. But then I turn around and say, my wife's not taking care of me good enough. That's why I'm not getting better. She's trying. She's telling your dumb self to go get checked out. You say no. I'm good right here where I'm at. I'll get better. But then you blame her for not getting. You can't make it up, people. If he doesn't have adequate quarterback play, he can remedy it by getting another one. Just saying. Got another one here. Let's see. So many. P. Williams, the last dog Coach Schottenheimer the Browns had would run the ball, and he had Langhorne, Slaughter, and the Wizards of Oz. No excuses. It was a horrible call. It just was. And that's not saying that he didn't have any great play calls after that. Hey, B216, I appreciate the super chat, my guy. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you as always. Outright. AG Bush, happy to be in the barbershop. How you feel? I love Pierre Strong. He's been balling. I think he should get more of opportunity. I think I like his one cut upfield. I thought he was doing great. Thought he was doing brilliant. I think to be truthful, all the running backs did well today. All the running backs did today. Here you go, Gregory Wesley. Thank you. Somebody just put it in a different context. You cannot put games in PJ Walker's hands, period. Like, he had 3 turnovers. Like, that's what happens when you put the ball in the hands of guys who don't make plays or backups. It's not his fault. He trying to do the best he can. My man. Firebird Entertainment. I appreciate the super chat. G, you're spot on. Kevin Stefanski has no feel for situational football. 100% agree with the take. And that's the nuanced take that I'm giving you here. I see a lot of people don't understand. I'm giving you a nuanced take on it. I named you 6, 7 things that I thought Kevin Stefanski really did well. But when you're in this business and when you're in this industry, it comes down to a couple plays. It just do. It just do. To be honest, I had to sit here and listen to tee off on Baker as much and how much better Watson will be. And I had no defenses with the mess. Now I can dance on your grave. It's all love. Hey, listen. Hey, Tim. Hey, listen. I can appreciate. Yeah, I like that because I used to hold grudges too. Hey. Listen, when Odell Beckham Jr. came out with that little spreadsheet and all them doggone plays where he was wide open and they got rid of Odell Beckham Jr., I said, it's only a matter of time, Baker. You're going to throw yourself right up out of here. And when Baker threw himself right up out of here, I was like, I told you. Hey, man, ain't no wrong with that. Hey, you got to do your victory laps, OG. You got to get your money. I'll tell you what, because Deshaun Watson, hey, I don't know when he's going to play. He's true. I don't know when Deshaun coming back. It ain't funny, but hey, hey, let's do a little thing. Hey, put a 1 in the comment section. Hey, if you found it, it's like, dang, Deshaun kind of he over there with that pen in the pad. You ain't feel good about that. You're like, hey, listen, I don't feel good about Deshaun Watson playing no time soon. He was over there with that pen in the pad. Put a 2 if you think Deshaun Watson is coming back within the next 2 weeks. Put a 1 if you said, listen, I'm sorry, bro. It's going to be a minute before you see Deshaun. We'll get to that. We'll take the poll on that. But I'm going to tell you what. He over there was writing them numbers down on that little pamphlet. I said, but this dude ain't never going to be. Dang, this is crazy. It's crazy. My man, Rick Stanfield, thank you so much for the super chat. We appreciate you, man. Appreciate your support, man. Get them 1s and 2s ready, man. You think Deshaun coming back quickly? Why bring another quarterback and waste time getting him up to speed? They could keep their draft stock in chips and bring in DTR up to speed. Is DTR that bad? He did well at UCLA. Am I wrong for that? Here's the thing. Reggie Glover, thank you so much for the super chat. I'm going to tell you what's going on with that. I was talking to people about this probably like a day or 2 ago. If PJ Walker digresses to a point, like if PJ Walker would have came out today and the Browns would have got boat raced, say by like 20 or something, 30, I would have put DTR back in. Like, I just think DTR just got thrown to the wolves, man. Like, if you ask me who has more upside, I'm definitely saying DTR. So I don't really see it as that big of a gap between the two, but it's just a simple fact that DTR came out and was so bad against the Ravens, it was almost like they threw him to the wolves. It was like, we done. So I would go with, definitely, if it was me, you could go back to DTR. It's just a tough thing, man, because, and here's the thing. I get it. I understand. Kevin Stefanski has very little room for error. So the mistakes that he made with running the ball and doing some things at the end of the game, it's going to get magnified. because you don't have anybody in on your offense and as a play caller that's going to hide these bumps and bruises. That's the part that sucks. That's the part I said earlier. That's why they won't put Deshaun Watson on IR. Because if you put Deshaun Watson on IR and he's done, we're not going to be coming back looking at what is Deshaun Watson done? Is he going to be back or not? All we're going to be focused on the result on the field. And under no circumstances do the Browns want that, because that means the games that you lose is going to be squarely on the shoulders of what Kevin Stefanski is doing. They don't want that. They don't want, like, they want at least a little bit of a scapegoat to be. And trust me, I get it. I'm about to put Deshaun Watson on IR. Get up out of here. I might need to call you off the bench or something. Hard loss today. Kool-Aid Mafia. Emotions are running understandably, and choosing to be toxic and salty and is personal. You can be critical without doom and gloom. Hey, look, it's not about being doom and gloom. It's about this. You got 18 games. Like this is crazy. Like this is what I like to tell people. Kareem Hunt was just out of the league. That's how cutthroat the NFL is. Kareem Hunt was just out of the league with no prospects of playing again. They weren't checking for Kareem Hunt. There's guys who played the game of football, who put their life on the line. They got CTE, Junior Seau's, the Mike Websters. Guess what? That's a life and death decision, right? Kellen Winslow ain't been, Antonio Brown ain't right. Think about it. You just play the game. Don't matter how much money they got. It ain't about being doom and gloom. It's about the fact that when you play in this game, in a high stakes games at that, it's a business. So do you think, let's be honest, did Baker get a good deal? No. He was almost out of here. He played for 3 or 4 teams, cut. Odell Beckham Jr., almost out of here. You got to think about this, man. Hey, listen, Brian Flores was 8-8 with the Miami Dolphins. You think they care about? No, it's a business. So when you talk about doom and gloom, it ain't about the doom and gloom. It's all about being 100% for real about what's going on. Because when you're a player and when you go in them film rooms, them coaches is cussing you out. Listen, it's hard to be your strength and conditioning coach. They're cussing you out. They it's just a different atmosphere. It's a different mentality. So a lot of people was like, "Oh, I just watched the team, and I'm bringing a locker room to you." What's sick is Bears watching Walker play, thinking that he's good enough. I personally feel insulted. We could probably get Tannehill for a 5th. Raw Dogs, I appreciate you for the super chat. That's the thing. You know, we talking about it like this, man. The third down throw where it's not the 4th down throw, there was multiple people open, right? And then the play before that, when it was 3rd down, and he threw the ball out of the backfield, he was not pressured. There was no one in his face, no hands up, no obstruction. He just threw the ball at the ankles of Ford. And you can't win with that. You just can't. Can't do it. Browns kick ass. $3.99. Stefanski needs to go. I appreciate you, man. All right, let's get to these 1s and 2s and 3s and 4. Now, I would say he was over at that press book. He was over at that clipboard. Hey, Ray, you look skeptical as hell right there. Hey, he like, nah, I'm cool. Like, we're not seeing Watson in the. We're not gonna see Watson like that, man. We're not going that next couple of weeks. We're not gonna see that. Hey, we just gonna put the 1s up for the people. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we ain't seeing my man's. Hey, the community, the barbershop is speaking. We got our first 2. Our first 2, Thomas. I love your optimistic. You're optimistic. I love you, Thomas, man. Back to the 1s. All right, I see Pee Wee. I see you. All right, 1. Okay, Mr. 216. You on board? I see you. So get back to these ones though. Lot of cats ain't feeling like, listen, it did not warm my soul when I seen the clipboard today. That clipboard was not, that did not warm my soul. I'm like, this man is not going to be playing for a minute. Hey, Sante, you got that? Look, let's get back to these ones though. Daryl, you a Kool-Aid drinker, Daryl. You got the ones. Man, you playing around. Dang, man, we got the whole team. The whole team. You too, Lamar? Terry, you too? You got the Kool-Aid Mafia. Listen. Carrie, you too? Say it ain't so. We not catching these boys for a minute. All right, here we go. Hey, shout out to the twos, though. Julian, two. All right, Wayne. You be solid, man. I see you, man. Hey, there, I see you. You got to Paul, you starting back with the ones again. Why you're going back to them ones? Oh, goodness. Oh, man. This is tough. Rob, Cleveland Sports is Cleveland Sports has to be numb right now. Get a quarterback. Hey, I'm just trying to work with it, man. Come on, ones. Oh, boy. Let's see who we got. You're preaching, G. Thanks for using the platform for truth. Listen. That's all I could do, man. Reggie Glover, man. Walker hit a defensive lineman in the helmet with the ball. Enough said. Sit down, dude. I appreciate that, though. Appreciate the super chat. But I'm just saying, why you let Walker hit somebody in the helmet, bro? That was the worst way to go out, too, by the way. Walker just dropped back and threw it and hit him in the helmet. I'm like, come on, man. Come on, you got to find a way. With that being said, by the way, with that being said, I appreciate you guys. Can the Browns still make the playoffs? Sure, they can make the playoffs. Heck, they've been playing good ball with no supporting nothing. My thing is this, man. You can't have these games where you're losing them. Because let me tell you something. You can't get them back. You don't want to be sitting there at the end of the season saying coulda, woulda, shoulda. We had that game won. We had this game won. We was over here doing this. You don't want that to happen. And at the end of the day, that's what we care about. My thing is this. Everybody in here should not be concerned about Deshaun Watson. Because guess what? To me, you got to operate as if Deshaun Watson is not here or not coming back. And that's the only way that you can give confidence to the rest of your squad to say, let's not look for no hero outside of here. We're going to have to execute. We need guys putting extra film time in. We need guys putting extra weight room time in. We need guys staying after. How many times am I seeing you out here completing routes? Y'all got an indoor facility. If you need Amari Cooper or DPJ or Elijah Moore to be out here with the man to understand, listen, you got to do that. All of that stuff that you did in the offseason with Deshaun Watson that count, you got to do that with him too. Right? You can't have him predetermining where you're going to throw the ball. Kevin, the same way you meet with Deshaun Watson and say, what plays you comfortable with? You got to do that with PJ Walker too. Everybody got to put more effort in. Everybody got to have attention to detail. They wouldn't look, Myles Garrett, as great as he was, what did everybody tell him? Stop jumping off sides. And if you do jump off sides, make sure you hit the other guy so we can at least stop the play giving up free plays. All I'm saying is from a standpoint, Kevin Stefanski has to lock in. He's supposed to come to the podium and say, listen, it's a couple of plays I would like back. But here's what I'm going to tell you. We're going to be good. We're going to be prepared. And we're not going to drop another game like that. And go in and just close ranks, man. Like, it's possible. But you can't have the same stuff happening every single week. You just can't have it doing it, right? And we shouldn't be talking about explaining to him why we need to run the ball moving forward. We just shouldn't. We just shouldn't, man. Spongy Images, by the way, Baltimore won again, Cincy 2. Thank you so, Spiny Images. Thank you so much for the super chat. And that's the thing. You need to keep, them Cincinnati Bengals, they got talent. Joe Burrow was going to get right or wrong. Now you're looking at a situation where, guess what? Baltimore Ravens is at the top of the division, and you be in the middling right now. You got to keep pace with people. And so I understand that we should be happy that we're 4-3, but that's not going to be happy. Happy to be 4-3 ain't going to get you to the playoffs. I thank you so much for the support and super chat as well. One more time, if Kevin Stefanski was just OC, he would have been fired. AB need to be on the phone with Cam Newton. I don't know if Cam Newton gonna work. I don't know that Cam Newton gonna work. With that being said, one thing that I like about it is, man, I might be upset, you might be upset, we might be upset, but we upset together. So let me tell you where y'all calling from, where y'all angry at, because I'm angry in 216. I'm angry in the 330. I'm angry in the 440. I'm angry in the 234. Where you at? Where you calling from? Hey, man, and by the way, man, if you disagree with me, we agree with me, it is what it is. Like, this is the great part about it. This is a family thing. We can argue with each other over here. We can fuss. We can fight. We can not like it. But guess what? We're going to be right back to next week. Talk about what we need to do to get a win. So throw me in where you at, and we'll go ahead and shout you out, and we're going to get up out of here. As always, man. As always. Here we go. Oh, hold on, let me get back to it. There it is. Portsmouth, Ohio. Shout out. Hey, Wood Dog, you know DJ Burrow? Shout out to Jeremy Green. Shout out to Raymond Robinson. Shout out to all them dudes down there. 330, I see you. University Heights in the building, 813. Lawrence in here, 216. 614. Shout out to Westerville South. 614 Columbus. Shout out to Olin Tangi. I see you. Group 3 produces mediocre. I guarantee that, man. 210 San Antonio, Texas. I see you out here. You know what it is. But it's angry in 79. I see you, my man. Portsmouth, you in the building as well. Mount Pleasant, Michigan. You pissed in the 385. I see you. I know. I'm hurting too. Slavic Village, 216. We here. Yes, yeah. From Canton, live in Vegas. I see you. St. Augustine, Florida, South Carolina. I'm pissed out here too, a little bit too. 216, man. St. Clair in the building. Ray, what up, man? I see you. Cincinnati, Ohio in here. Abilene, Texas. I see DTR time, man. 614. Glenville, I see you. I got you out there, man. We know what we're doing, man. Hey, man, Oliver, I appreciate you, my man. Appreciate you supporting what we're doing over here in the barbershop, 740-614. And Columbus is heavy today. Columbus is heavy today. Sarasota is heavy. Louisville, Kentucky. VA. I see you, man. Let's see. Bedford Heights. Still drinking that Kool-Aid Mafia. Granville, I see you, 707. I feel you, G. Bush. Preach. We still going. Mayfield Heights, 937-216 in the house. Idaho's in the building. Colorado, 809. Dominican Republic, what's up? Warrensville, I see you. Miami, 305-216-757 VA. Let's go. Hall of Fame City. What are we talking about? 737 Sizzling. San Diego, I see you, Harold. 216 Warrenville. Hey, Rittman, Ohio. I see you. Seething. 330. We still hot. We all hot. We hot together though. Talk, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. New Albany, we right here rocking and rolling. Mobile, Alabama. Tiger Town. I even show y'all some love. Y'all did us dirty. McKinley, we coming back. Original 216, man. Syracuse in the building. It's snowing up there already. 678 in Atlanta. JFK. Eagles 216. Hey, I see what you, man. Everybody out here. Australia in the building. Johnny Rico. That's a nice, that logo's hot. 210. I see you, man. G, can you find IKA, our third round pick? Where is he at? Hey, listen, where's Cedric Tillman? Somebody put him in a milk box. We don't know where he's at. At the end of the day, we're going to try to find him, man. We appreciate you guys. As always, man, We know what we do over here at the barbershop. You don't ever know when you're gonna find me. You come over here for the real, and I appreciate that. I appreciate everybody that pulled up on me today. Cleveland Browns, we're gonna get this win next week. Make sure you check us out tomorrow. Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show. We'll probably be arguing like this with Adam Bull. Jay's off. We're gonna be arguing not 11 to 1 tomorrow. Also, check out, I'll be on the Bleacher Report talking about the picks that we should be having. I'll be talking about some of the guys that's going to come up at the deadline. So you can check me out on Bleacher Report. I'll be on UCSS. And I got an episode of The Barbershop. So I got about 10 shows tomorrow. So we'll try to dissect it. I won't be as over the top as I was tonight. But tomorrow we'll find some solutions as to what the heck we doing. But with that being said, you never know when you see your boy G Bush, because we be out here. But you know what you can do? Listen to them Clippers. Peace.